Let's talk briefly about character archetypes. Whatever genre of screenplay you write, you are going to need certain characters to keep the plot moving and to hook your audience. These are character archetypes. Characters are assigned specific qualities and traits that are identifiable and recognizable to readers and audiences. They perform a specific function. We can categorize characters into main characters, secondary characters, and minor characters. Main character or characters include the protagonist and people who advance the story together with them. Secondary characters, they interact with the protagonist and affect him or her as well as the plot in a significant way. The antagonist, the romance, and the mirror characters are good examples of secondary characters. We should know them inside out just as we know the protagonist, but they should not outshine the protagonist. Minor characters. They are characters that add color, atmosphere, deliver messages, open doors. They do a bit, as their contribution to the world of the story. Now let's take the main character, the protagonist. Once you have a well-rounded protagonist, you need characters to relate to or react against them. Each of these characters is in the screenplay to perform a function, and they also represent or express different aspects of the theme of the screenplay. The protagonist is often the character you want your audience to center their attention on. It is through his or her eyes that we experience the story. We tend to identify with him or her, and we travel the journey of the screenplay with him or her. He or she drives the plot and initiates the action. Opposition character. The antagonist is the character who most stands in the way of your protagonist achieving their goal and creates obstacles in their path. They make good drama and must push the protagonist to their utmost credible heights. Mirror characters. They are also called reflection or support. They are characters most aligned to the protagonist. They support the protagonist's goals and add depth to the character of the protagonist through dialogue, making your protagonist more credible, more believable. Without them, the audience will find it difficult to know exactly what is going on with your protagonist and your plot. The romance character. This is the character who is the object of your protagonist's romantic or sexual desire. The active romantic pursuit, the prize, if you like, at the end of the journey. The romance character is important, so get your audience to identify or fall in love with your romance as much as your protagonist. The romance character alternately supports and creates obstacles to the protagonist achieving their goal. Sometimes, however, a character archetype can perform functions of another archetype. A hero can be a father figure and a mentor. The love interest could be working for the antagonist, and the shapeshifter could swing from being an antagonist to being an ally. There are some principles regarding character function. In the first place, their category should be established when the character is introduced. They should all be introduced by the end of the first act or latest at the beginning of the second act. If even they are not seen, their presence should be felt. Each character performs their function throughout the screenplay. You don't need all types of archetypes in one screenplay, but a protagonist and antagonist are key alongside one or two others. You, as a writer, should understand the purpose and function of the characters within your story. This will help you to determine if that character is playing his or her proper role in the story.